Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. Today we're in our A-10A Warthog and we're looking at air-to-ground rockets and guns. So the gun is bloody amazing in this, the GAL-8 30mm rotary cannon, as you probably know, and the rockets are pretty good too. The rocket aiming system's great. The aiming system we're going to be using, which is the only one available, is CCIP. It's incredibly accurate and fun and easy to use. So let's go to the armament screen. We can have rockets on pods 4. Now, we've got a whole load of rockets, two launcher types, the LAO-131 and the LAO-68. Now, I don't actually know the difference between these two rocket pod types. I've looked in the manual and all that specifies is the LAO-61, which is now obsolete. So if anyone knows the difference between the 131 and the 68, please let me know. What I can say is each carries 7 rockets of 2.75-inch diameter with the varying warheads, high explosive, white phosphorus, parachute illumination, practice smoke, Mark 5 high explosive, and 3 practice variations here. Regards deployment, all are going to be using a dive of between 10 and 20 degrees at pretty much maximum speed. Apart from the parachute illumination, that is going to be fired up high, over 3,000 feet AGL, and shot either slightly inclined or level elevation. So for this example, we will take, let's just take the 131 high explosive on all available pods. That's pylons 4, 3, 2, 10, 9, 8. And then we've got the gun. It's an internal gun. All we need to do is ensure we're at 100% ammo and check the different type. We've got combat mix, or we've got high explosive incendiary, or target practice. Combat mix just seems to be the best for all missions I found. Okay, that's arm up. Just note to arm up, you need your canopy open and your engines off and spooled down.
Request rearming. Copy.
Okay, while that's arming up, let's have a look at today's controls. Very simple. 7, which is going to turn us to air-to-ground mode. To actually fire the weapons, we're going to be weapon release for the rockets and fire weapon for the gun. Quick check on our ordnance panel. We can confirm that these pylons 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 and 10 are employed and the rest are empty. We have controls here for changing ripple quantities and ripple timers and whatnot. This does not affect the rockets, it's bombs only, I'm pretty sure. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is get airborne and find some targets. Okay, we're in the air, we found some targets off our nose there. So we're going to employ the rockets. We want to get into a position to dive, so we want between 3,000 to 4,000 feet AGL. Dive from there. We want a dive angle of between 10 and 20 degrees. Regard speed, because it's such a slow plane, just basically as fast as we go, the chance of overspeeding the plane is pretty much minimal. Meanwhile, we can get ourselves armed up and ready to go. So we'll press 7 and we get the air to ground mode. And we can press, I forgot to show earlier, we can cycle between weapons with weapon change here. I've got nothing to change between at the moment, but so currently as default, we've got rockets here. Or if we pressed, again, I forgot to show you earlier, we've got some stupid, we can change to the cannon here. So we can press that button, and then we can go to the cannon. Press cannon again, get back to rockets. So we've got some basic information here. We have got we've got rockets selected, we can tell here. We've got a total of 42 rockets there, and we've got some other information here that we will show when we go down for our dive. In fact, I think we're going to show the gun first. So we can switch to gun with the cannon button. Just working our way up to altitude. Okay, 4,000 feet, that'll do. We're going to turn in. Set our trim appropriately because we're going to be going quite fast. At altitude, into the dive. I'm going to have a quick look at the symbology we've got here. So this is our CCIP aiming sight. It is constantly calibrated, so basically wherever we aim that, as long as we are in range, is where our bullets are going to fall. It compensates for bullet dip and whatnot. All we want to do is ensure the aiming dot there is on our target when firing. We've got a winding range dial here. It's currently maxed out around the circle. That means we are out of range. When we are in range, it will begin unwinding, I believe in this direction. And when it gets down to 0 here, then we've pretty much got our nose on the target. We can fire any time that this is unwinding. Next, we've got the slant range. So this is the actual distance from us to where the DCI pipper is pointing on the terrain. That is measured there. 3.1 miles. Other useful information, we've got our ammo here, 1,150 rounds. We've got the elevation in feet there of the terrain at the point at which the CCI dot meets the terrain. And we've got, I think that's the slant range as well. That's basically that 3.1 miles there, but in meters. We'll go in, we'll use our gunfire button to fire the gun, and we'll just keep our trigger finger on it for as long as we need to. We have no fear of overheating. So wait for the ranging circle. Zoom in to get nice and accurate. And we're unranging, so we're in range basically. And it has a massive amount of kick to the gun, so you have to try and compensate for it. And a fair bit of bullet travel time. Incredibly good fun. Pretty much that's all there is to it. I didn't get any hits. Let's go around again.
Altitude.
Okay, we're up at Angels 4 again. Let's go in for another dive. Again, max speed possible. Within range. Going to get a little bit closer this time. Try and get some more accuracy.
Altitude.
What a mess. And we're starting to kill them now. So that's good. Pretty amazing gun. Loads of ammo. Really big, high explosive rounds. All good. Right, next let's go to the rockets. I'm going to press weapon change. Sorry, I'm going to deselect the cannon is what I meant to say by pressing the cannon button. We're over to the rockets now. We've been over the Symbology. One thing to note, as well as our new CCI pipper, which we have here for the rockets, which works the same as the guns, we've also got a gun cross here, which means that we can fire the rockets here and a bore-sighted gun here. So we'll go random. Why don't we try and use both? So get up to altitude again. Again, same profile, attacking with the rockets. Ideally 3,000 to 4,000 or above is okay. 10 to 20 degrees, maximum speed possible, and that's it. We're going to hold our finger on the weapon release button, and for as long as we do that, it will be salvoing the rockets out in pairs. So we can shoot them all in one pass probably if we need to. And in we go. Just to go over the Symbology again. We've got rockets selected, 42 of them, 164 feet elevation at the CCI pipper point with a slant range of 4,300 meters, a range there of miles, slant range, rocket selected here, and our unwinding pipper here, and our gun aiming cross there, and our CCIP for the rocket there. We're in range. Let's see if we can do a nice big salvo right across them, shall we? Got a bit of a squirt of the gun and some rockets. So that's all of our rockets gone in one big salvo and a squirt of the gun. I'm pretty sure we got something with that. That is one pretty mullet crew there. That's it. That's all I've got to say. Nothing to add. Super simple. Really accurate when you know how to fly. I'm not much of an A-10 pilot, as you know. But either way, I hope that helps. And see you later.